Well, you speak, so we never know. So, okay, good morning, everybody. Just want to tell you who's here. So you can raise your hand maybe when I call your name. So we've got Legislator Dominic Thorne. These are not in ranking order, so sorry. Legislator Stephanie Bontempi. Legislator Leslie Kennedy. Legislator Nick Caracappa. Legislator and Minority Leader Jason Richburg. Our PBA President Lou Savello. We have Georgina Cornego, who is the one who pushed for Gio's Law in Albany, and you'll hear from her. Assemblyman Tom DeStefano. What, did I say Joe? You said Tom. Tom? Oh, all right. Tom DeStefano couldn't make it. So this is Assemblyman Joe DeStefano. Obviously, we have Deputy Commissioner Belinda Groneman, Chief of Department Jerry Hardy, Dr. Voswinkle, the Medical Director of Suffolk Police and Miracle Worker at Stony Brook. And we, of course, have Greg Cronrad and his son Kevin. And Greg is the one who was saved by the EpiPen. So now we can officially begin this press conference.
And I'm Ed Romaine, the county executive. An afterthought for Mike. But thank you, Michael. We're here because sometimes good things take a little time, but they do happen. About 3 years ago, Legislator Dominic Thorne introduced a bill to put EpiPens in every one of our patrol cars. And why is that? Because oftentimes police are the first on an emergency call to respond. And if someone's having an allergic reaction or some other issue that could be resolved by an EpiPen, it's a little expensive, but the old scouting motto kicks in, be prepared. And after 3 years, it got enacted, and about 2 weeks ago, that was completed. EpiPens were put in most of our patrol cars. And a few days thereafter, a life was saved by that EpiPen being there. What's the value of a life? Priceless. So, yes, we spent some money to put EpiPens in, but it was well worth it because when responding to emergencies, not only first responders and ambulance guys, but now police officers have the ability to administer an EpiPen and save a life. That's what this was all about. We are very happy that are here. I'm also joined by Senator Dean Murray and Assemblyman Joe DeStefano, and they were co-sponsors of similar legislation in Albany that makes this possible. And although he's busy at work in Washington, our Congressman, Mr. Garbarino, has introduced legislation on a national level, because this is something that may never, God pray, be needed. But when it is, if it's there, you can save a life. And that is so important. We're going to talk a little bit, everyone's speaking, and we have a great group of people here, including Georgiana, who advocated for Gio's Law. Giovanni was her son. He had an allergic reaction. Unfortunately, there was no EpiPen there, and he didn't make it. And she turned what has to be truly crushing grief and try to make something good out of something that was not good. And she's lobbied for this for years. And she's joined with us today. We're going to hear from a number of people how important this legislation is. And yes, we hope it never has to be used. But as I just said, a few days after the police cars were staffed with this, it was put into use and a life was saved. What's the value of a life? I believe every life is precious. So, yeah, it costs us a few bucks, but you know what? It was the right thing to do, and I hope, and I thank our state legislators for for sponsoring this on state legislation. I thank Congressman Garbarino, but I particularly thank, on our local level at our county legislature, our legislator Dominic Thorne, who was and is a first responder and chairman of which committee?
Fire rescue.
Fire
rescue.
FRES, Fire Rescue and Emergency Management. So, thank you, Dominic. And we're going to have a little people talk about some of the things, what this legislation means and what that life-saving was last week that was so important. So I'm going to turn it over to Dominic, and then he's going to turn it over to our Deputy Police Commissioner, Belinda Groneman, and then we're going to go from there because all of these people have part of the story and have something to tell. And it's worth listening to because you want to understand sometimes how government spends its money and what that means, particularly in emergency situations. So with that, Dominic, please come up, and we're also going to hear from this young lady also.
Yeah,
And
don't
she's
look too
gonna-
far.
I'm right here.
And she's going to talk about her son, Gio, because whenever you say the name, whenever you bring to memory, they live again. Please.
Thank you, County Executive. What a great day in Suffolk County when we protect our residents, when we ready our amazing men and women of law enforcement to handle whatever they come across, including medical emergencies. In 2022, I introduced a law to put the epinephrine auto injectors in our police cars. Due to logistics and timing of the year and the legal calendar, I had to reintroduce it in 23. After much deliberation and having my colleagues from the state, Senator Murray, Assemblyman DeStefano, and others to amend their law, it was passed here in Suffolk County. With the addition of our new police commissioner and our county executive, we implemented this law, and I am so very thankful for them pushing for this. We have an opportunity to save lives. And they talk about money, but money doesn't matter when it's somebody's life. I also made someone a promise. I made Georgina a promise that I would not let this go. Thank you for your advocacy. Thank you to all of my colleagues here who helped push law through. This bill passed our legislature unanimously and bipartisanly because it's common sense legislation that saves lives in our county. I, of course, want to thank our men and women of law enforcement, who are all, most of them are EMTs, and give as much medical care as they do enforcement. And I am so eternally thankful for our officers that are here today that actually administered this pen, along with our MedCat teams and our fire rescue that backed them up to give additional care. So with that, I'm happy. This is a great day in Suffolk County. This is not the first we're going to hear about people being saved by these EpiPens. But it's incredible 3 days later, after deploying them with our partners in government, our partners in law enforcement, our partners in emergency services, that we saved our first life. I will tell the rest of the state, pay attention to Suffolk County and do the same so we can all save lives. Thank you so much, and thank you all for coming today. And thank you, Georgina. I made your promise. I wouldn't let it go. We didn't let it go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good job.
I'm well done.
Thank you, Board. Commissioner. Whatever it is.
They say timing is everything, and in this case, timing saved a life. Thanks again to County Executive Romaine and Legislator Thorne. 25 of our patrol cars were equipped with life-saving EpiPens on Thursday, and just a few days later, we were reminded of the critical need for these medical devices. 6 years ago, Greg Conrad, is that right? Learned he was allergic to bees after passing out following a bee sting. He survived that scare, but followed him himself in a similar predicament on Sunday when he was working outside his company on Wyandanch Avenue in Wyandanch and was stung once again. He continued working but suddenly felt dizzy. He managed to get inside the building and called his son Kevin, who called 911. The first precinct police officers, Ryan Bellinger, Brandon Casco, and Sarah Feldman, arrived. Greg was on fours, could barely speak and was having trouble breathing and suffered severe stomach pains and all signs that he was in shock. Officer Bellinger administered the EpiPen in Greg's left leg while paramedics, including Medical Crisis Action Section Officer Brian Koch, set up an IV to administer additional medication while providing oxygen. By the time Greg was in the ambulance, his vital signs were stable and he was breathing much better. As you can see, he's doing so well, and we are so proud and grateful that he has joined us today. I would like to commend our officers for an outstanding job, and I am so proud of all of you. Make no mistake, had this EpiPen not been at our disposal, the outcome could have been deadly. We are in the business of protecting people and saving lives. EpiPens are one of those tools to do just that, when minutes matter. And I must say in closing that, Georgiana, I met you a couple of months ago, and I too told you that I would do everything we could as we crossed over borders in Nassau County to help you. God bless you, and you know I'm always here for you.
Thank you.
It's your turn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, everyone that is here today. As you can imagine, this is quite overwhelming, quite amazing that I can show you here today. This is the reason for Gio's Law. To the Suffolk County Police Department, to the men who helped save, sorry, what's your?
Greg's run, right?
Greg, I commend you. Great work. Dominic, thank you for keeping your promise. I didn't doubt that you would help. Belinda, thank you. That's exactly why Gio's Law is so critical. Allergic reactions can happen anywhere, anytime, and having epinephrine immediately available makes all the difference. This is the kind of forward thinking and action we need to see everywhere. I know this might not sound so great to some people, but Nassau County, step it up.
I'll let Bruce know.
You better. Somebody needs to let them know. Every police vehicle across this country should have epinephrine because every community deserves the same chance to save a life. Giovanni, I'm sure he's looking down right now and he's saying, thank you. Giovanni was such a kind boy. He was an energetic boy. He wanted to make sure everyone was always happy, always smiling, and he, most of all, was a helper. Today, he's showing how he's a helper, and he will forever be a helper, and he works through me. And again, I thank you, and let Gio's Law move mountains. All you.
Thank you. I'm New York State Senator Dean Murray, and I'm going to give you a little different perspective. This is what happens when government actually works the way it's supposed to. Exactly. Thank you, Georgina. I know you pushed hard for the original Gio's Law to pass. Dominic reached out to me after he introduced his legislation because he was told by the attorneys, we can't do this in Suffolk County because the original GEOs law passed on the state level included language that was meant to exclude New York City because they were already covered. Well, the language inadvertently also excluded Nassau County, Suffolk County, and I believe Westchester County. So we had to change the language. Dominic reaches out to me. I reach out to the original sponsor of GEO's law in the Senate, who happens to be on the very far left of the political spectrum. Anyone who knows me knows I'm on the far right of the political spectrum, and none of that mattered.
Somewhat to the right.
Again, somewhat to the right. None of that mattered. None of that mattered, because this was about doing the right thing. Senator Salazar and I spoke, and she said, listen, let's get on this right away. So we co-sponsored the bill together and worked together to get this passed and then signed into law. This is how it's supposed to work. We hear about all the dysfunction, the partisanship, and all of that. Well, we see what happens and the messes that happen when that rules the day, but when common sense and doing the right thing and working together, all levels of government, regardless of party, when we come together, it works out great. And thank God Greg is with us today. And I also want to say thank God that we have the greatest police department in the nation, in the world. God bless our police, Suffolk County Police. Thank you.
Okay. Who's up next?
I think the patient,
Okay.
or saved victim here.
Please.
Hello, I'm Greg Conrad. Sunday, I had an episode that I didn't realize what was happening, and called up my son Kevin. He called 911. All the officers that came, they did a fantastic job. I'm here today to talk about it. If they weren't there and doing their job and taking care of me and having the EpiPen, I wouldn't be here today, that's for sure. So I want to thank everybody for passing the law, getting everything done, all the officers that took care of me. Couldn't ask for anything more. I'm here to talk about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Before we do questions, we're actually going to roll the body cam of the incident.
Okay,
That'd be awesome.
okay.
Let's see.
Body cams actually do help.
They do?
Yeah.
Questions, anyone?
County Executive, you have said it comes at a cost. What is the cost to the county for having these EpiPens in the police vehicle?
We'll get you that information. I don't have it here, so we'll get you that information. But as I said, what's the cost of a life? Priceless.
It's 25,000 for this round.
25,000?
25,000 for this round.
For this round, 25,000, and as we add it to other police vehicles, that number will rise, but it's not a huge amount in our budget. But it is a tool that we will be used, hopefully not that often. But if we need to use it, as in Greg's case, our patrol cars will have it. And our police do a great job on protecting us in more ways than one.
Right now, it's 5 sets of cars per precinct that have it rolled out currently.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
So currently, oh,
Yep.
sorry.
If you're gonna speak, come up to the mic.
Yeah, right.
So currently, Gio's law is in Senate to hopefully pass. If it passes, it's a grant bill that will be a $25 million grant program that will help with the costs so that they won't have to worry about doing that.
We never worry.
Well, you know,
Now when it comes to saving lives, absolutely not.
My job is kind of balance
it'll
things.
help alleviate that
And
cost.
EpiPens are something that people need.
Yep.
Because we have a number of individuals these days that have allergic reactions that could be, as in your case, your son's case, deadly. And we want to prevent that. We want to make sure that our police, which respond so quickly, have all the tools to save lives. This is about saving lives. So for us, grant or no grant, we're going to invest. I wanted to thank Dominic for his leadership here in the county and all of his colleagues. I don't know if you heard him, but this bill passed unanimously. So government can do things, and government can work across party lines, and people can get the basics of government, which very basic is public safety, and they can work together to protect lives.
We got the money.
Yep, we've got the money.
Says the controller.
Right. Yes.
Was there training from
Yep. Belinda, I'm going to turn it over to the professor. Or do you want the chief?
Yeah.
Our chief of patrol.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, so all of our officers that go out on the road are certified EMTs. In addition to deploying the EpiPens, before we put them in the cars, we put out an order and provided training and informational how to store the pens and how to utilize them. They're not overly complicated, but like I said, all of our cops are EMTs, so they're training this stuff, and this is just an added thing that they're now doing.
They also carry Narcan and a whole host of other things.
Correct, yes,
They're
they do.
trained in everything.
And then in addition to that, I'll do a plug for our MedCast and MedCat personnel. We have a bunch of police officers that have trained beyond the EMT level that are paramedics. They're out on the roads every day for all of our tours. They are a great resource for our cops on the street and for the community that we serve. They go out every day and they provide a lot of support for the cops who are just trained to the EMT level. So on this particular call, when the call went out to the First Precinct did a great job. We also had one of our MedCast personnel there, Brian Koch, who assisted in that and provided some intervention beyond just providing the EpiPen, which helps save a life. So.
Yeah, we're just
They
about
are,
to
yes.
ask. Can we bring them to the front so we can give
We
them
have-
a round of applause?
Right. Let's get all the officers up here. We have certificates for them.
MedCat team.
And by the way, our MedCat unit, along with Dr. Voss, was instrumental in saving the life of Officer Gallagher that was severely injured in a car accident as he was patrolling the expressway. So Dr. Voss, thank you again. Give a wave, Dr. Voss. If you ever have an accident, you want this guy on your side. Yes. Last but not least,
That's right.
the leadership, particularly of our patrol officers, are led by Lou Zavillo, head of a Police Benevolent Association.
Thank you, Mr. County Executive. First, let me say what a phenomenal job these police officers did.
Absolutely.
It is an absolute honor to represent you. So this is a prime example of the result when you fund your police department. Now, what sets the Suffolk County Police Department apart is these are not just police professionals. They're also emergency medical technicians. They have that life-saving training. And as the county executive said, more often than not, we are the first ones on the scene when someone is in medical distress. But there's another element to this, because you can have all the training in the world, but if you don't have the resources, if you don't have the tools, then you are not going to save that life. Up until a short time ago, if your loved one was dying from a heroin overdose, we could save them. We could give them life-saving Narcan. But if your loved one was dying from a peanut allergy or a bee sting, well, there was little we could do but watch them die. Well, you have a mom here who is not going to let that stand. You have a mom here that was not going to let this happen to another family. Tremendous job that she did getting this done, not just for Suffolk County, but for the state. And here in Suffolk, I just want to sing the praises of our legislature, particularly Legislator Dominic Thorne. There are a lot of naysayers. Anytime you break new ground, anytime it costs money, everyone's very quick to point out the challenges, the problems. Dominic did not let that deter him. He fought like hell to get this done. On behalf of my members and my family who lives here in Suffolk County, thank you, Georgina. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you to everyone up here for all your work you did on this. We are a safer place here in Suffolk County thanks to your work. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Any other questions?
Did the 3 officers want to speak about what they went through?
Yes, we're going to call them up. We have proclamations for all of them to honor them for their service. And I'm going to ask our Deputy Police Commissioner to hand these out to our officers. And I'm going to give you the mic, so you can call them up. I think the first one is right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Yep, there you go.
Sarah Feldman. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah just came out of the last graduating class. Am I correct about that? Brandon Casco. And of course, Ryan Bellinger. Where's Ryan?
Ryan's not here.
Okay. Excuse me? Excuse me, Ryan went on vacation.
Well deserved, well deserved.
Oh, my goodness. Everyone's talking for you, Brian. Brian Cope.
Have the officers come in front. Hold those up and open them up because we're very proud of you.
All right, nobody move, please. Let me turn this off. I've learned my lesson.
Hot mic.
Very hot mic, excuse me.
Okay.
Okay.
And by the way, just as an ancient history, there was a legislator by the name of Kennedy. Not this legislator, but the legislator behind him, who is now our controller, who introduced the legislation for Narcan police vehicles.
We did. And I was supported by this legislator, too.
You're right next to Chief Hardy, right there.
I'm going to have the
Right over here, right over here.
the inspector of the first precinct, these are all his guys.
Okay, come on up, please. Belinda, I
Yep.
need you up here.
Sure.
Can I have you on this side, sir?
This is Inspector Brian Clark.
Actually, no one, no, you guys.
If you ever have a party, Michael's going to tell you where people should sit.
Yep. Good. Yep.
Gentlemen, come on up, come on up. Move it up, Ruben, come on. Come, tight. Okay. All right, look in the middle camera first, guys. The middle camera. Okay. Guys good? Okay. And do it again. All right, can you guys stick around for a minute, Chief? For a second.
I gotta pull you back.
How's everything?